if I think of Jaguar, I think of the iconic black cat logo, right? I think of Maggie Thatcher being driven around in a British-made Jaguar. I think it's based in Coventry, a British-made Jaguar, and that beautiful cat line on the front of the vehicle. And I look at it and I think, wow, that they are iconic cars. I love them to pieces. I think that's great. I want more of that. That's what Britain should be about if we hadn't killed our manufacturing base to either send it overseas or to make it inordinately expensive in this country thanks to energy. But Jaguar have said, what we're going to do is we're going to take that brand that Darren Grimes and millions of others think is iconic and beautiful and aspirational as a product, as a British brand. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it so woke that it looks like it's just come off of a Kamala Harris stage and decided to have one of their $1 billion spend in advisors and all the rest of it to design a logo for Jaguar and to ensure that the British public that want to back a brand like Jaguar look at it now and think of it as a, frankly, fucking woke joke. This is their advert, and it honestly, when I saw it yesterday, I thought, someone's taking the piss here. This isn't true. What branding expert have they hired? At this juncture, I'm starting to think that they've hired Owen Sodden-Jones to advise them on their brand identity, because that does not make sense to me. But anyway, this is their advert. I mean, I'll just take you back a frame there. Copy nothing. Now, this is the new logo, right? But it says copy nothing. Thank your lucky fucking stars, Jaguar. No one will be copying that crock of shite. I promise you that much for free, so you needn't have bothered there. I mean, this is just wackery and wokery over actual putting in favour brand and reputation and throwing it out the window altogether. I mean, Chloe, am I being too harsh here, or would you look at this and think, well, that's not the Jaguar that I recognise at all?
I mean, just if you forget the DEI stunt that they've done here and you just look at the logo change, I mean, that is abysmal enough as it is. They've taken themselves away from being a classy brand to just some, bog standard logo. And I know there's sort of been this movement over the years when it comes to branding to making things more simplistic. I mean, for example, when the iPhone first changed from being all in 3D to going to iOS 7 and everything was more sort of 2D, flat and clean. And then we see in marketing a change that followed where people went for more sort of crisp, simple logos. So I get that, but I don't think it looks anywhere near as classy. And then on, this DEI stunt, okay, sure, they haven't gone to the lengths of, holding up some pride flag and talking about LGBTQ rights in the advert, but and I'm also not saying that an advert of a British brand needs to be full of completely white people, right? But I can clearly see that they are box ticking here. Yeah. Also, what the hell has this got to do with cars?
Where's the car? Where's the car, Chloe?
Yeah, exactly. I know, in marketing, adverts will often show something that looks just absolutely bonkers and maybe not to do with the brand, just because that is very memorable in your head. Things which look crazy are very memorable, so you remember the advert. But I'd like to at least see the car. And also, they haven't really done anything that's that memorable here. They've just got a bunch of women in different dresses to walk around. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think you can safely and securely do that, to be honest, because, I mean, just to look at this crowd here, I mean, that could be a multitude of things, to be honest.
There are some blokes there, or
yes,
people that I
would see some men
in the back.
I mean, I don't know what that is. It looks like a Green Party MP. But anyway, the fact of the matter is here, I mean, Elliot, you're young. This is meant to be youthful and down with the kids. Are you going to be rushing out to aspire to buy a Jaguar?
Well, not anymore, Darren. I think as well it'll be interesting to see what happens with the revenue of the company going forward.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen other companies, for
Boots.
example, Ubisoft, Disney, where they're losing millions and billions of revenue because of woke decisions. This is a classic phrase: "Go woke, go broke," and I think we could see that happen to Jaguar as well going forward after
100%.
this terrible advert.
It has just happened, and I like to think I'm partly responsible because all of the newspapers were saying far-right commentator Darren Grimes or some shit like that slagged off the Boots advert because it had the actress in it who said infamously that the balcony at Buckingham Palace, which was filled with the royal family, was terribly white, as if that's some egregious act to have unleashed upon the nation, or not obvious to absolutely everyone that the royal family of the United Kingdom is indeed white. So they lost a load of money. Their share price has gone through the floor. And I said, great, brilliant. More power to Darren Grimes' elbow. But just a bit of gaming on YouTube says it's not Jaguar, it's Jaguar with a painting nail emoji and a pride flag. And I think that's very good, actually. Well done to you, Just a Bit Brick Gaming. My friends, if you're still watching, thank you very much. And I've got a request for you. Thanks to viewers like you, Recent UK, we're on a roll. We're standing up to the woke brigade and championing British pride, especially for the next generation. We're one of the only voices out there that are actually targeting young Brits, seeking to wake them up from this lefty fog and reminding them of what it means to be British. And here's the deal. I want us to go further than that. I want to see Reasoned take on the mainstream left-wing media, a dominant culture here in Britain. We're aiming to expand with more presenters, with hard-hitting documentaries, with live events, with crash courses, the lot. But for that, we need you. We're picking one day to fundraise for this next level project, and that's where you at home come in. We're asking if you'd sign up to share our fundraiser link with your friends and networks on the big day itself. It's a small ask with the potential for a massive impact. Plus, the top fundraisers, you'll bag yourself exclusive goodies and a chance to meet some very special guests. VPs. More importantly, you'll be standing with us, rallying young Brits to the values that make this country great, as much as the left try and destroy it. So if you're in, click the Google form in the description below, drop in your details, and I'll be in touch. Cheers very much. Let's make it happen together.